What is up, guys? How's everybody doing? We are so excited to have everyone here today to join us on this presentation where you will find out about how NRGY will be the next DeFi that will overtake the space quite possibly and could potentially be the next big thing that could really be on pace to do exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now in the future. So whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, we wanted to extend our thanks for all of you to be here. And so without further ado, I will turn it over to my friend and business partner, Dwayne Noble.
All right. Good Saturday, everyone. Good Saturday, Energizers. Good Saturday. I should say good Saturday, DeFi Nation. Good Saturday, DeFi Nation. Man, I'm super excited, guys, and I haven't had much sleep. I've been extremely busy, as many of you guys know, have reached out to me and always answering messages, always active. Man, we are growing by leaps and bounds, and this army of what I call energizers is growing and growing and growing. And there's a reason for that. It's because, guys, we have the most transparent and realist thing that you will ever see. You can't get any more transparent. You can't get any more real than what we have here with NRGY. And we're going to talk about that here today. Let me go ahead. I want to begin by, I know we have a lot of new people here, by the way, and these Zooms are really to be able to present to new people this army of ever-growing energizers that keeps coming aboard. So before we go into NRGY, you've got to understand about DeFi. What is DeFi? You hear this DeFi, DeFi, DeFi. Guys, DeFi stands for Decentralized Finance. It's also a play on words. What are we doing? We're defying the centralized banking system. That's what we're doing. We're defying the centralized banking system, and hence DEFI. DeFi stands for Decentralized Finance. And it's a model where instead of the banks, the centralized banking system providing liquidity, it is the community that provides liquidity. Guys, experts are saying that this industry, DeFi, could be the biggest market that we see in literally 10 lifetimes, in literally a millennia. I want you to think about that. We've seen a lot of big errors in our life. We saw the .com boom. We saw the rise, the age of the internet, right? Incredible feat. They're saying that DeFi could be even bigger than that by leaps and bounds, not just by a little bit, by leaps and bounds. Because what we're doing is we're taking away the control of the centralized banking system and we're returning it to the people. This truly is the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world. You know, crypto came about here. We had a crypto boom here a few years back, right? Remember 2017, Bitcoin came out a little over a decade ago. And people said, oh my gosh, the centralized banking system, this is going to really put an end to the centralized banking system. Well, crypto was really just the first nail in the coffin, right, for the centralized banking system, because think about it. People still needed banks, right? They still had to get their loans. They still had to get home loans. They had to get car loans. They had to get real estate loans. They had to get all this stuff, services that banks provide. Well, DeFi is changing that game. It's changing that very game as we speak. And if crypto was the first nail in the coffin for the centralized banking system, I'm here to tell you guys that DeFi, decentralized finance, will be the final nail in the coffin for the centralized banking system. It's that big, guys. This market is that big. So let's talk about NRGY and where NRGY comes into play. Guys, we believe that NRGY right now, literally, we went from $2, we're over $700 right now. We're on week 5. 5 weeks ago, we went from a few dollars to over $700. Why? Because we have something that nobody else has. We went in waters that nobody else has went in. This is a first of its kind, and we believe that NRGY will be the Bitcoin of DeFi, quite frankly. Guys, we believe that this coin You know, no guarantees. I need to make that disclaimer. But we believe it has some really good potential to go into the thousands and on into the tens of thousands of dollars because of the way it's designed, because of what's behind NRGY. And I'm going to tell you about that. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Let me come over here to NRGY. I'm going to refresh the screen. I want to get the most accurate data. We still have people coming in too. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, in the comments of the video you're watching, there is a link to this webinar. If it's being shared, go to the original stream that it's being shared from. And in the comments of that video, there is a link to this webinar. So get on here. Actually, I don't think there is a link in there. So you want to put a link in the the comments for the DeFi Nation. Put a link in the comments to this webinar for people out there watching on Facebook. We're doing that right now. All right. So guys, the current value of NRGY is $714. $714 right now as we speak. If you guys want to see where NRGY came from and you're out there saying, oh my gosh, is it too late to get in here? Absolutely not, guys. We are only getting started, and you'll understand once we're done with this webinar why exactly that is. Peter, if you'll go ahead and admit people as we go along. My computer froze up here, but it's okay. Okay. So if we go to this graph, guys, this is the chart for NRGY. You're going to see that what we did is we came up here to $170. We took our first dip down to around 90 bucks. We came back up to around 110 and poked along there for about a day, and then we just flew up the charts. We went up to over 700 bucks. We had a really healthy pullback. We had our correction down here, and then we busted up the charts above 400 bucks, then above 500. We stayed in this zone, spiked up, came back down, and now we're on our way back up on this spike. And guys, I think you're going to see this do some incredible things in the next week. I think you're going to see possibly some all-time highs coming very, very soon. But there is a lot of room for growth for NRGY, and you're going to understand that here very, very soon. So let me go ahead and delete my drawing here. But in order to understand NRGY, you've got to understand DeFi. Okay, you got to understand how DeFi works, decentralized finance. We are traded on Uniswap. Uniswap is what's called a DEX exchange. It's called a decentralized exchange. And it's much different than what you're used to. I always laugh when people say, well, when is this coin going to get on this Binance or Poloniex or Bittrex or any of these? And that's not the question. The question is when are all those coins over there going to be on DeFi? Because it's coming, guys. The financial markets are changing as we speak. This is the future for really all markets, this isn't just the future, I believe, for crypto. I think you're going to see the stock, the commodities, the Forex. I think you're going to see a lot of different markets go to this DeFi model. So you've got to understand how the current model works first. And I think you guys will all understand once I draw it out here. So whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading crypto, whether you're trading Forex, whether you're trading commodities, it doesn't matter, options, whatever market you're trading in, you have two sides. You have a bid. Here, can you answer that? And you have an ask, okay? A bid and an ask. Oh.
I'll send it over to you. Where can you send it?
Hey, Peter, do you want to send Alan the link, please?
Sure.
To the thing. Okay, you've got the bid. You've got the bid and you've got the ask, okay? What's the bid and the ask? Okay, send it over there to him. Okay, so the bid and the ask. The bid is people saying, hey, I want to buy. This person said, I want to buy at 35.8 cents. This person said, I want to sell at 35.88 cents. And somehow they meet in the middle, right? What happens is either the buyers come up and they buy from the sellers, or the sellers come down and they sell to the buyers. And the market moves. That's how the market moves. It's all based on pure speculation. Every single market that we operate in the centralized system is on the bid and the ask. Somebody says, I'll pay this price. Somebody says, no, I want this price. And eventually one of those sides break and the market moves. Well, DeFi is much different. And believe it or not, it's much simpler to understand. It's actually much simpler to understand the DeFi model. So let me come back over here to NRGY. In the DeFi model, you've got this, what I want you to think of as a cookie jar, okay? First of all, you don't create an account. You don't log in, you don't create an account. You don't have to give up your privacy. That's what decentralized finance is all about. You simply just connect to your wallet. You're not connecting to you as a person. You're taking your wallet and you're connecting it to this cookie jar. That's what I want you to think of it as a cookie jar. And if you want to buy coins, what you're doing is you're reaching in that cookie jar, you're pulling out coins right into your wallet and you're putting in dollars. It's that simple. For doing that, guess what? You increase the number of dollars, you decrease the supply of coins, and the price goes up. If you want to sell, same concept. It's a cookie jar. You reach into that cookie jar, you pull out dollars, and you put back in coins. Okay? When you do that, guess what happens? There's less dollars, more supply, more coins, and the price goes down. And this is how the DeFi model works. It's all about what I call a cookie jar, and you're just connecting it to your wallet. And you're either swapping dollars for coins or you're swapping coins for dollars. It's really that simple. It's actually quite a lot more simple to understand than the current system that we have. And the community actually provides liquidity. There is a third option, and it's called add liquidity in DeFi. Now, you're not going to need to know this to stake energy, but I want you to understand how DeFi works so you can understand exactly what's going on. So when you add liquidity, you add an equal amount of coins and an equal amount of dollars, okay? Liquidity providers provide an equal amount of coins and equal amount of dollars. So if they want to provide liquidity, if they want to provide a liquidity for 100 coins, they put 100 coins in the cookie jar times whatever the current price is. They put that equivalent in dollars. It doesn't affect the price. They're putting an equal amount of both in the cookie jar. And for doing that, what happens is when the price goes up, your dollars increase and your coins decrease. When the price goes down, your coins increase and your dollars decrease. So it floats, it fluctuates, okay? Liquidity providers, it kind of floats. But for doing that, what they do is they get a share in all these fees that are generated to swap from coins to dollars and dollars to coins. They get a share in the transaction fees. And their share of that pool depends on their percentage of liquidity they're providing. So if they have 1% of the liquidity pool, they get 1% of the fees. If they have 10% of liquidity pool, they get 10% of the fees. They earn interest for providing liquidity, basically. They earn a percentage of the fees. And instead of the centralized banking system providing liquidity, it's the community that provides liquidity. What NRGY is in a nutshell, guys, is it's its own ecosystem. This is its own ecosystem. It's almost like it's its own decentralized bank system, okay, that's owned by the community. And it's so unique. There's nothing like this out there that does what NRGY does, and I'll explain to you why. Now, I want to explain to you what the use case for NRGY is. The use case for NRGY, guys, NRGY is really the DeFi, or it's really the app store of DeFi, what we call the Dapp store of DeFi. What is Dapps? They are decentralized applications. So if you pick up your phone and you look at your iPhone or your Android, you see all those apps, right? You see financial apps. You see health and fitness apps. You see products and merchandise. You see apps where you can buy a new car, apps where you can buy a new home. You see apps where you can, that are games, that you can play games. But all those apps offer products and services. The only thing is all those apps are centralized, and Apple, they get 30% of all the revenue. They keep it to themselves. Well, in the Dapp store, These are decentralized applications. They are completely decentralized. And the revenues of those dApps, 80% of the revenues go to the developer of that particular dApp. 20% goes back to the community who stakes NRGY. So anybody staking NRGY, providing they're staking at least 25 coins, they get a share in the dApp revenues. Now, if they're not staking 25 coins, that's fine. They can get them through staking as well, because right now this coin will mint for 100 weeks. We're on week 5 out of 100. So it mints for 100 weeks total. And so through the minting process, you can earn NRGY as well by staking NRGY. What are the advantages of staking NRGY? You get a share in the dApp revenue, and you get to participate in the minting of the coin. So it really is that simple. Now, I want you to understand what sets NRGY apart from anything else out there. Anything else out there. So let me go back over here, and I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint. So guys, the first thing that I want to point out about NRGY, there's really 4 things that I want to point out, and then I'm going to also have one of our other team members on, Alan, and he's going to talk about some of these things. But guys, there's really 4 things that really stand out about NRGY that makes it so much different than anything else. First of all, the minute that this coin was deployed, the smart contract was deployed, all control was relinquished, full control was given to the community. This is not a governance token. That's a good thing. You've heard of governance tokens? Governance tokens, if somebody buys a bunch of the token, they own the majority, they can change the contract. This contract cannot be changed. It is a finite set of rules. It can never be changed. And once it was deployed, all control, full control was given to the community. Okay. In this coin, it's really something special because it was deployed the exact same way the Satoshi Nakamoto deployed Bitcoin. In the fact that there are no developer cuts, there is no influencer coins that were given away that somebody can dump on the market. There's no pre-mined supply that somebody keeps in their back pocket. Guys, this truly was designed exactly the way the Satoshi Nakamoto designed Bitcoin. The only advantage that the early adopters had of NRGY, and we're all still early adopters, is the same advantage as Satoshi Nakamoto had with Bitcoin, in the fact that they were the first to get to own the coin. They were first to get to own the coin. Think about it. Satoshi, he doesn't make a cut off of Bitcoin. He didn't pre-mine a supply of Bitcoin. He didn't do any of that. Satoshi is on the same ground as everybody else with Bitcoin right now. His only advantage was that he was the first one to get to mine it and get to own it. So this coin was deployed in a fair, ethical, and honest way for everybody, for all community members. That's the first thing the crypto community really likes. The second thing, guys, this coin has what's called an elastic supply. You say, hold on, what do you mean elastic supply? Does that mean that it can endlessly produce? No, that's actually a good thing, and you'll understand why. What an elastic supply means is that a reward for this coin is only produced, this coin is only minted if new liquidity comes into the staking pool. Think about this. There's a lot of DeFi coins on the market. There's people wanting in, you need to admit. There's a lot of DeFi coins on the market, okay? You can stake them and you can earn this reward. And it looks really good, right? You earn this reward. The problem is a lot of those DeFi coins are giving what I call a bullshit reward. Quite frankly, guys, it really is. Why? Because they're putting this reward that looks good to people, but if no new liquidity is coming in the coin, guess what they're doing to their coin? They're just inflating it. They're just printing more money and they're devaluing their currency. What makes NRGY so valuable is that new coins cannot be minted unless new liquidity comes into the liquidity pool, into the staking contract. Guys, that's powerful. And interestingly enough, even if every single coin was minted into existence, there would still be less than 4.4 million coins. So it is a very, very, very limited supply of energy. The next thing is that every single coin holder from inception, this is the first coin from inception, where every single coin holder is also a liquidity provider. Think about that. Every person that owns this coin has actually put dollars into the liquidity pool, including the creators of the coin, the people that released the coin, the early adopters. Everybody had to actually go purchase the coin and put dollars in the liquidity pool. That is, guys, that is huge. Why is that so big? Because even Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin, nobody knows what the liquidity is behind Bitcoin. Nobody really knows what the liquidity is. I didn't look at it this morning, but 55,000 or whatever it's at, that's just the price that somebody's willing to pay. You see, if there's no buyers willing to pay that price, guess what? The price comes down, right? In the DeFi model, NRGY, it's not about a buyer willing to pay the price. It's about the liquidity pool. It doesn't matter if there's a buyer there. It's all backed by real liquidity, real dollars, because every single person from inception has put skin in the game. They've all put dollars into the liquidity pool. They've all put money in the bank, essentially. This is the community's bank, is what it is. So that's a big point. The next point I want to talk about, guys, this coin is truly, 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 truly 100% decentralized to a core. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a lot of different coins on the market. Coins that a lot of them claim to be DeFi, right? But they host their coin is hosted on a centralized server, and it's got a domain name with somebody like a GoDaddy. NRGY doesn't have that. It's not on a centralized server. It doesn't have a domain name with somebody registered like a GoDaddy. There is no centralized server where the plug can be pulled from. You see, NRGY was deployed. NRGY was hosted on, or is hosted, I should say, on the Interplanetary File System, what's called the IPFS, Interplanetary File System. If you don't know what it is, it's a newer technology. I highly encourage you to Google it. But in a nutshell, it's basically peer-to-peer data storage, where it keeps the data on multiple different devices. And when you need it, boom, it's readily available. It's extremely secure, and it is lightning fast, because that data is not just kept on one device, it's kept on multiple different devices all over the world. This is what's called the IPFS. And the reason this is so important is because the minute that this coin was deployed and hosted on the IPFS, it is completely unstoppable. Unstoppable. There's no centralized server where somebody can pull the plug. That's powerful. That's another thing the crypto community really likes. And guys, the last thing is, you're not giving your money to a company. When you go buy NRGY, you're not giving it to a company. When you put it in staking, you're not giving it to, there's no company. You're not even leaving it at the mercy of a centralized exchange. When you purchase NRGY, your money goes into a liquidity pool or into a staking contract in the form of a smart contract. You have absolutely 100% full control over your own funds. You can pull that smart contract out at any time based on whatever the current value is, okay? But you truly have full 100% control over your own funds. And this is the most important part, the most important point, I should say. So I want you to listen close, because it's powerful. There's no need to do KYC or give up any of your privacy or do any of that, okay? You are not at the mercy of any company, any centralized exchange, or any world government. Think about that. I want to say that again. You are not at the mercy of any company. You're not at the mercy of any centralized exchange, and you're not at the mercy of any world government. Guys, that's powerful. That's what NRGY is. It provides energy to the people, to the community of people who participate in its ecosystem. Of course, people will flock to this, and guys, we do all have the potential to make a lot of money very quickly. But my question is, are you ready to change your life? And are you ready to get energized? So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead. I touched on these points. I'm going to turn it over to Alan. I'm going to turn it over to Peter to talk to you a little bit about what excites them about NRGY. Alan, tell you what kind of some more of the fundamentals he'll touch on about NRGY, and then we'll talk about how you can profit from staking this coin and helping grow the community. Because guys, we created our first Dapp, and it's a big one. It's called Community Builder. And the actual name of the Dapp itself is called Wealth Builder, just so you guys know, on the back end. Why? Because this thing is amazing. This Wealth Builder does not connect to you as a person. It connects to your wallet. And you're able to get paid instantaneously for sharing energy with the community. You're able to earn a reward through staking. And there's nothing like it. And when it pays out, it pays instantly to your wallet. Lickety split. There's no logging in, requesting withdrawals, or doing any of that. There's no company there. This is hosted. It's a Dapp, decentralized app, hosted on the interplanetary file system. And this is huge. And this is really changing a lot of people's lives. So we'll come back to that here in a second, but I'm going to turn it over to Alan. Are you there? I'm going to turn it over to our team member, Alan. And then and then Peter, of course. So Alan, you might touch on some of the fundamentals that if I missed any of those points.
Well, actually, Dwayne did, just a really, comprehensive review of a lot of the things and concepts that I think make NRGY the number one, financial system in DeFi by far. And appreciate the slide, and just the way that you presented it is very, very effective and very accurate. I wanted to really focus on building this call to announce next Thursday at 8 p.m. We're going to be doing both a presentation and a workshop for the energy economy. The energy economy is going to be the growth engine for energy. We are developing businesses at Dapps. We're working together as a community of people to build products and services that are going to be sought after and provide excellent value for our community and for new people entering our community. And the Dapp economy, the energy economy, building that is my number one focus right now, and the focus of a lot of other people in the community. So at 8 p.m. on Thursday, I'm going to welcome everybody who has an idea. I'm sure all of us have ideas. For many of them have been sitting on ideas for years, but really haven't had the support structure in place to kind of bring those things into reality, right? Many of us have existing products and services that can be ported over to a decentralized platform. And other people are developers, and other people are just entrepreneurs in our community that want to earn energy by building a business. And so what we'll be doing on Thursday is creating the first meeting. It's going to be a weekly meeting, and we're going to be working headlong into not only introducing our current apps, but also developing new ideas, new concepts, and sharing together and building together. So we've worked out, so if you have ideas, we have the ability to do it. We have sample NDA documents. We have different things ready for you, so you can feel free to share and to introduce your concepts, okay? The second thing I wanted to mention is that we just recently, this week, have got a very influential and very strong supporter who's going to be joining the Trade Genie app, which is the automated trading platform that's going to be launching in April, the 1st of April. I want to share my screen real quick if I can, and I'm going to introduce you to.
Hey, Alan, while you're doing
yeah.
that, I'm gonna leave and come back in here real quick because my computer froze. So I'll be right back
Sure.
while you're doing that. Actually, I can't because it's recording on my computer. I'll just stay here. I can
Yeah.
touch this.
So David Lee, who is globally a leading algorithm. First of all, he's a professor. He teaches in Singapore. And if you go to CoinMarketCap, there's a list of kind of influential people in the crypto industry. And so David, and I've had a relationship with him, he's ready to come on board with and add his technology, his trading technology to Trade Genie. And so we're going to be working over the next couple of weeks integrating that. He's also very well connected in Singapore with people in the Singapore government and also with people in the industry. And so he's going to be coming on board. He's super excited about energy, and he's a key influencer. And I'm really pleased and happy that he's going to be part of our community, and he's going to bring a lot of expertise, knowledge, and experience. And so we're super excited, especially in the technology of trading, both for cryptocurrency, Forex, as well as the stock market. And so he's also involved with many hedge funds. And he's, like I said, a very, very influential person. So we're really excited that he's going to be part of our community. So going back real quickly to energy. So I want all of you who are, have the entrepreneurial mindset, which is most of us here. I mean, generally people that are coming on a Saturday, open to new ideas and new opportunities, who have the belief in themselves and that anything can happen in their lives. I mean, these are the kind of people that come on Saturday and are on a Zoom call, and that's all of us, right? All of us who believe that we're special, that we have unique gifts, and that we can bring and create wealth. As you know, wealth is abundant because energy is abundant in nature. And so anybody that generally that you go to a lot of times that kind of you'll share a new idea or a new opportunity with them, often you get hit with a lot of negativity, mostly because they've never themselves been able to make anything work for themselves. And then quite often they have never seen anyone else do it either. So when you come and you introduce bold new concepts, new technologies, new opportunities, often you get met with the kind of the glazed over look when you show people this. And I early on, when I talked just about the idea of energy, I used to get that from lots of people. And now those same people are just scratching their head and wondering, wow, I really have missed out. But they haven't, because this is still, we're private launch. We're not even a public launch yet. So it's so early. People look at our price, oh, it's $700. Well, very few coins are in circulation. And most of them are people that are long-term holders of energy. They're not there. We are looking for the type of economic gain that you see with some of the largest companies globally. That's the type of opportunity energy provides for people that have a long-term focus. Those are the kind of companies like, Apple and Google and Amazon. And by the way, I was early on an early internet entrepreneur. And at one time, my site, talkroom.com, had more traffic than Amazon.com. So it can happen. Amazon was just a small company at one point. Yahoo was in a garage. Apple was in a garage.
I still got it.
Yeah, we got someone needs to mute themselves. So energy is better than all those entities because it's not a company. It's us. It's us cooperatively working together using a technology that links us all together in a financial system that's fair and equitable. And it's going to change the world. It's going to affect the lives of millions of people. And we're very fortunate that we get the opportunity to share this with people, to build businesses that are linked to energy, to create an economy that is going to spark institutional interest in energy. And that is the foundation that we're building here today. Now, many people, they got in and they had some short-term, oh, I made, and they panic sold, right? And it felt really good. Oh, I got $100,000 now in my account in US dollar coin. But the reality is I believe that they're going to look back at this and say, wow, that was really, I should have been more long-term focused. I should have looked at the vision. I should have really had that leap of faith that it takes to really dig in and really believe in something that's going to change your life. And that's what I believe that we have here with NRGY. I believe it is the opportunity to create like a new economy, a new financial system that our kids, our friends, our associates can use and enjoy and get a benefit that just simply is not available anywhere else. And those are the kinds of a vision that I see. And I welcome all of you to bring your unique perspective and ideas to this, and let's just make this huge. Thank you.
Absolutely, Alan. Absolutely. Guys, what's really cool is, you know, if you know developers and whatnot, or you have an idea, you can put that, you can create a Dapp and put it on the NRGY platform. This is what's awesome. It's the community's platform. This is, it's not controlled by any entity. This is a community effort. I mean, the community makes the market. And, you know, one thing is there's people that sit on the sidelines and there's people that get in the game and they make things happen, guys. And if you've noticed the development of NRGY, we all together, we make things happen. We don't sit on the sidelines. We make things happen. David Lee, that announcement is huge. And not only that, we just announced this past week, we're having wrapped NRGY that will be on the Binance chain. So that's going to be available for those smaller people who, you know, little guys that want to maybe buy a small amount. They can only afford a small amount and they want to hold it. Or people that need to purchase it to maybe purchase one of the products and services within the dApps that are being offered, you know, and they can purchase it in an affordable rate. Now, if people are wanting to stake, they're still going to have to stake through the Ethereum chain. They're still going to have to pay the gas fees. I know the gas fees are a little higher right now. We'll get to that here in a second. But that edition of wrapped NRGY that's coming out next week, we demoed it on Thursday. Guys, that's huge. So you see all these things happening with NRGY. We have our first dApps that are getting ready to launch upon the ecosystem. There's some major things going on. But one last thing I want to do is I want to turn it over, and we're going to talk about the Dapp and how you can get involved with staking coins and how you can profit from staking and also helping grow the community. But what I want to do is I want to turn this over to Peter and let him talk to you and say a few things as well. Peter's incredible. He's a huge part of this NRGY community. He's a huge part of our team, and I'm very grateful that he is one of our team members. So Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated, Dwayne, for that. And guys, you know, there are many things that I've done in the cryptocurrency space since 2015. And quite honestly, this is really the one that we really have the biggest way of impact across the whole crypto community, not just in DeFi, right? So not just there, but across other ways. And I'm not even sure if this gentleman is actually here. Let me just check and see. Hold on. No, he's probably not here. But my fiance and I, we had put up a couch for sale, right? And the couch that we had put up for sale went on Facebook Marketplace and whatever. There's a point to this story. So when the people came to actually pick up the couch, they actually said, hey, the way we found you was because we heard you talking about some kind of project in the cryptocurrency space. And that's what made us actually click and find out what the item was that you had for sale, because we liked the presentation that you had. So that person essentially became a person who will be involved in NRGY and also bought the couch that we sold. So if you don't think that adoption is starting to happen, you can think twice about that, because it is. Now, on top of all of that, one of the biggest things that we look for in cryptocurrency is, are we in full control of our funds at all times? And so here we have that capability of doing so. We have that capability of being in full control of our funds at all times. And that is something that is really, really important and impactful across every single person that we could think of. There are many different projects in cryptocurrency where they're offering a percentage or whatever the case it is, per day, per month, per year, whatever. None of that's guaranteed. Nothing that we have is guaranteed. You want to know the guarantee? Okay, here's the guarantee. Here's your only risk in NRGY. And I mean this dead serious, only risk in NRGY. You come into NRGY right now, okay? And it's around $715. Let's say a month down the line, it goes up to 1,000. There's a big correction, and then it goes down to 500. At that point in time, you decide to pull out your funds. Now you're going to receive everything that you had, right? Plus all your rewards that you've actually received along the way. So remember that, that's important. We'll talk about that in a minute. But your only risk is essentially if you are getting involved when the coin is higher and you need to pull out your funds when the coin is lower, that's it. Imagine that is your only risk, right? So that is a calculated risk that essentially we all have to take and understand that that is really the only thing that you have to worry about. You have no governance. You have no CEO at the helm or anything like that. There's no registration of a company in another country, none of that. And this is the only reason why I am attaching my face, my name, my brand, and my reputation to this, to NRGY. And this is why I'm putting a lot of effort with all of you into building this special community. Now, the last thing that I wanted to touch on with all of you is the development of Cyber City. We were lucky enough to have with us Chris Hawk Jones, who is an amazing marketer, mentor, and really somebody who is very, very knowledgeable in building systems. So what Chris is doing is he's cultivated something called Cyber City. And Cyber City gives an ability for investors, gives an ability for people that are building teams or people that are actually just developers to actually give a central place where we can send all of our people to, so that we don't have to do any of that kind of heavy lifting. So if they want to learn about DeFi, there'll be a tab for them to learn about DeFi. If they want to learn about what is NRGY, they're going to find out that. If they're going to need marketing materials, all of that is going to be in one central location. You won't have to create anything yourselves. Now, those of you guys that are, you're creating your own funnels, that's up to you. You can do that. Remember, there's no company. Technically, there's really no control over that. But once this is fully established, let's call it in the next month, we are going to have a system in place that is going to allow everyone to be able to use it, There'll be a one-time per year fee that you will pay, but the resources that you will have will far exceed the cost, far exceed the cost. And it'll be under $200. And you'll pay it with NRGY. And that'll essentially be part of a Dapp on our platform. So anyone that's actually holding 25 NRGY or more at this point in time is going to benefit from those fee revenues that are produced from that and every other decentralized app that is put across our network. This is a very powerful thing. Now, I don't know if you guys understand the magnitude of Alan's announcement with David Lee. David Lee is a massive influencer in the Asian community and outside, as well as also an amazing trader. Now, this gentleman has connections to massive amounts of people in Asia. You all know what happens when you get Asia involved into cryptocurrency. We haven't done that yet. They don't know about that fully yet. When that starts coming in, there's no way this coin is going to be sitting at $714. Think about it and understand that where you are right now is an amazing time for you to take advantage of everything that is bestowed upon you. Back to you, Dwayne.
All right, some good times. So who here is ready to see how you can profit by staking NRGY and by growing the community? That's what we're going to talk about as a community builder Dapp. It's really quick, it's really short, it's really easy, guys. It couldn't get any easier than this. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to walk you guys through this Dapp community builder. And interestingly enough, on the back end, the developers call it Wealth Builder because it truly does build wealth. That's what it does. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show this to you. So you're going to get this link, okay, from whoever you heard about NRGY from. You're going to get a link. And you're going to notice one thing about this link. It's kind of a funky address. Do you notice that address? It's kind of different than any address you've ever seen. That's because this is hosted on the IPFS, the Interplanetary File System. It's not hosted on a centralized server. When you sign up, when you get with Community Builder, you don't sign up, I should say. You don't create an account, you don't log in, you don't request withdrawal, you don't do any of that. All you simply do is just connect your wallet right here. Connect wallet, and boom, I'm in. Guys, it's lightning fast. It is that fast. So what you're going to do is you're going to be able to create your first stake. And once you stake, you're going to get a link that will pop up here. You can get this link that you can copy and paste, and you can give to other people. So let's talk about how you stake coins. The first thing you're going to need is a MetaMask address. Okay, you see this little fox up here on my toolbar? That's MetaMask. If you don't have one, I got news for you. It's really simple to get. What you're going to do is you're just simply going to go to metamask.io. Somebody put that in the chat, please. Somebody put that in the chat. Metamask.io. And you're going to click the download button. You can download MetaMask on your iPhone, your Android, or your Google Chrome. I highly recommend doing it on computer on Google Chrome. It seems to work the best that way. So you're just gonna click the download button. You're gonna follow the prompts. You're gonna get that seed phrase. You want to be sure you write those words down and put it in a safe place in case you ever have to recover your wallet. But you're gonna download MetaMask. It's free to do. It'll take you just a few minutes. Okay. Once you have MetaMask installed, you're going to need Ethereum to send over to MetaMask. You can get Ethereum from Coinbase to Uphold to crypto.com to many different places. If you're totally new to the game, totally new to the industry, somebody put crypto.com in there as well. You can go to your iPhone or your Android and look for an app called crypto.com. Crypto.com. Just download that app. I've had people that have never been in cryptocurrency before, and within 15 minutes, they've got thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. So I've heard people rant and rave about how simple it is to get cryptocurrency through crypto.com. So if you're totally new, I highly recommend just use crypto.com because everybody that goes there, pretty easy. You'll download the app, you'll take your selfie, you'll do all those things. And then basically you just go in and purchase the cryptocurrency from your bank, debit card, and it's there within minutes. Once you have that Ethereum, you're going to want to transfer it over into your MetaMask account. How do you transfer it over? You're going to copy this address right here, and you're going to put that in the address that you want to send your Ethereum to. Okay. So once you have that, you are set. Now you're set to be able to stake your energy. So let's go down here. You can stake energy using either Ethereum, USDC, or NRGY. Most people will use Ethereum when they first come in, okay? Because they earn rewards from building the community, and they earn those in energy. A lot of people will restake those energy as well. But you click on the Ethereum right here, and you're going to put in the amount that you want to stake, okay? So if you put in there, let's say you have 2 Ethereum, for instance, you're going to put a little bit less because you got to cover the gas fees. So you may put 1.9 Ethereum. The thing is the gas fees right now are a little bit more. They have actually went down in price. You are going to pay about $150 to $250 in gas fees. I just want you to be aware of that to send them into staking, okay? And it doesn't matter how many coins you send, whether you send half of an energy or whether you send 1,000 energy. It doesn't matter. You're going to have that about 150 to 250 gas fee roughly. Okay, it depends on the time of day and a few different factors. The first time that you stake, you're going to have 2 one-time fees, one to enter into the community builder contract and one to enter into the market maker staking contract. Those are about $15 each. Okay, you pay those one time, you don't pay those again. And then you have your gas fee to send them in, and that gas fee is usually around 150 to 200 on the gas fee. Okay, so you're going to send them into staking. You're going to put in your Ethereum, put a little bit less than what you have. You know, if you have 2 Ethereum, put in 1.9. If you have one Ethereum, put in 0.9. And if it says that insufficient or whatnot, because the gas fees are a little higher, put in 0.88 if you have 1 Ethereum, for instance. But you're going to put that in. You're going to hit stake. Whatever amount you're going to put in, you're going to hit stake. Of course, I don't have any in this particular wallet. This is just a test account for demonstration purposes only. But as soon as you do that, your MetaMask is going to open. You're going to confirm. You're going to hit confirm. And boom, you're going to be in staking. And your staking is going to show up here. You're going to be able to earn rewards every single week from the minting of the coin. And as the dApps are added, those revenues are shared back with the community of stakeholders who have at least 25 coins. If you don't have 25 coins, that's fine. You can stake. You can participate in the minting of the coin. And you can work your way up to 25 coins so that you're able to share in those dApp revenues. So all that's going to show up here. All your staking is going to show up here. Guys, you want to get in you really want to get in within the next 2 or 3 hours if you're going to stake, because you get a share in this week's rewards. The rewards, let's just put it this way, to be on the safe side, be in by 4 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time, okay? As long as you're in staking, you get a share in this week's rewards. It's just like if you were to sign up this past Sunday, you get all this week's rewards if you're in here within the next few hours into staking. And this week's rewards are really, really, really good. This week's rewards are about 10 to 12%. And so you get a share in that. You'll notice that this has a finite set of parameters around it. Guys, there is a limited amount of coins that can be staked each week. That's a good thing. You want things to have a finite set of rules. Why? Because that means that, hey, it's sustainable. It's got rules to it. It's not just a BS game that we're playing here. So what happens is there's a limited number of coins that can be staked each week. If this number is not filled, the coins will carry over to the next week, and a new supply of coins will also be added according to the minting schedule. Understand, this is minting. There's a little difference between minting and mining. For the masses, it's the same thing, but mining involves nodes and verifying things. Minting is a smart contract that has a set of rules, and the coins are released as certain parameters are met. Okay, all the rules have been put into the contract. So there's another supply, there's a minting schedule, and there'll be a little over 3,000 coins that are added here once the rewards drop this afternoon. So if for some reason this goes to zero, I know that question is going to come up. No harm, no foul. Guess what? There is a queue. If I go down here, there's a queue that people get to enter. And so if for some reason that staking goes to zero for the week, people are put into the queue and they're able to get in staking in the next best available position. So if they don't get in 1 week, they get in the next week. Okay. If that does go to zero. When you're in staking, you can pull out your reward at any time, or your staking at any time. Okay, I want to make that clear. You have full control of your funds. You can unstake. There is a penalty for unstaking. It is a 7.5% burn. Why do we have that? It prevents people from jumping in and out of staking. That 7.5% burn does not go to any admin. It doesn't go anywhere. Those coins are completely burned. They are destroyed and they are removed from circulation, which makes NRGY even more valuable. But you can pull your coins out of staking at any time you see fit. You have full control of your funds. You can just go back up here to NRGY and you see this unstake box. You can put in the amount you want to unstake there and they'll go right into your wallet. So let's go back on down here. Lastly, once you stake, you get this community builder link. And your link's going to show up right here. You can copy it and you can share it with others. When you stake, and this is really important for you to know, you get 75% of your value that you're purchasing in the coins. 25% goes to community builders. Now, if you go buy the coin from Uniswap, you get 100% of your coins, yes. But you don't have any way to multiply them. People say, well, why don't I just buy the coin? With community builder or with staking, I've got to give up 25%. I get 75%. And here's the answer. Because through staking, you're able to multiply your coins. You're able to participate in the minting. You're able to participate in the Dapp revenues. And people say, okay, that makes sense. I want to stake my coins. Okay. That 25% that goes to community builders will seem like chump change in the end. You know, you're able to make that up and then much, much more. You're able to multiply your coins through staking. When the community builder pays out for growing the community, guys, this isn't one of those money games. There's no questioning of, hey, where does this 1% or 2% a day or whatever that, you know, different places are doing. None of that. There's no monkey business. There's no money games. There's no funny business going on here. Everybody knows that the community builder rewards come right off the top. Comes right off the top. So 25% goes to community. It's a really good thing. Why? Because it grows our community. It incentivizes people to grow the community. And as people grow the community, guess what happens to the value of the coin? The value of the coin goes up. Guys, we have the best system for growing a community in the crypto space that anybody has ever had. That's why we're growing so quickly. So once you do that, once you stake, you are now a community builder. And you're now able to earn some of that 25% that goes to community builders. Because when you invite other people who stake NRGY, you get 15% of the NRGY that they stake if you personally invite them. When they invite people, you get 10% of the NRGY those people stake. So this isn't a MLM or anything like that. This is a two-tier system. Okay, you were paid community builder rewards. 15% on your first tier, everybody you personally invite, 10% on your second tier. That's the 25% right there. There's no centralized party that's taking a cut. All those funds go to the community. Very, very important for you guys to understand. So what that means is if you invite somebody who stakes 10 NRGY, you'd make 15%. 15% of 10, you would get one and a half NRGY. If they invite somebody who stakes 10 NRGY, 10% of 10 would be 1 NRGY. You would get 1 NRGY. And it would go not in a system that you have to go request a withdrawal. You don't request withdrawals. Okay. And your builder rewards will show up right here. Guess where they go? They go right here in your MetaMask wallet. Instantly, lickety split. When you invite somebody and they stake on the system, those rewards are paid to you in the blink of an eye. You don't log in, you don't request a withdrawal, you don't do any of those things. Those go directly right into your wallet. And from there, you've got this energy. You can either take, you can sell it if you want. You can take it to Uniswap. You can redeem it for Ethereum or USDC, or, there's several other coins, or you can stake that energy as well. Or you can do a combination of that. You can sell a little bit and you can stake some. And when you want to stake those builder rewards, what you do is you come back up here and you just stake with energy. Instead of Ethereum, you click energy and you hit stake. You will pay the gas fee to send them into staking. So you want to make sure that you're staking a decent little amount when you do that. But this is how the system works. This is how the community grows. Guys, nobody has ever created what we have. This is the best. We have people that are coming out of the woodwork that have been on the sidelines for 10 years, reputable people that said, you know what, I wouldn't even touch the crypto space because there was so much crap out there. But they see energy and they say, you know what, I want to get involved. This is the best thing that I have ever seen. Because guess what, guys, the last thing I got to say, this is 100% transparent. When you go stake energy right here, whether it's Ethereum or USDC or whatnot, it goes over to the Uniswap pool and it'll deposit the liquidity. It'll turn that into USDC. It'll deposit the liquidity on Uniswap. It'll purchase the coins from Uniswap and it'll stake them automatically for you. In fact, this is so transparent that you can see every single transaction. Let me scroll up here. You can see every single transaction that comes through the system. You can even see how much money they have in their wallet if you wanted. There is nothing more transparent. You couldn't even begin to get anything more transparent than what we have. I mean, get out of town. You can see a record of every single transaction, when people stake, when people purchase, when people sell. It's all right there in Uniswap. You can even see the money that they have in their wallet when they do that. If you want to click the wallet, you won't know whose wallet it is unless you know the person, but you can see all these things. And you talk about total transparency. Guys, there's never been anything like NRGY. There's no company. This is a community. It's its own ecosystem. It's its own living, breathing ecosystem.
Hey, Dwayne, I wanted to mention something about the reward and the drop of the reward. So the rewards get dropped today, matter of fact, probably just after 5 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. And what's interesting about that, let's say you're somebody new and you're coming into this thing and you're saying, well, I'm going to be paying a community builder fee. I'm going to be, I'm in. Well, here's the beautiful part. The rewards that are right now, if you scroll down, Dwayne, for me, and just show where the expected weekly rewards are. Those expected weekly rewards, the beautiful part about that is those are calculated from what's already happened 3 weeks ago. And those rewards are going to be paid out. If you right now before 5 o'clock, you stake some coins, guess what? You're going to get part of the rewards that were generated from 3 weeks ago. And that's so fair and so nice. And then in addition, after 5 o'clock, the new weekly rewards are going to get calculated. So you're going to get a double bonus here almost. You're going to get a piece of what's already transpired before you ever joined NRGY, okay? And you're now going to be part of next week's reward, which also includes prior staking amounts, right? So so this is fair. This is designed so that everybody, it's not the last one in, it's everyone gets to share in the rewards. And I just think that's such a fantastic feature of the NRGY ecosystem. I just wanted to mention that. All right, Dwayne, thanks.
Yep. So guys, this is really incredible what you have at your fingertips. And what's cool is you always get to see the price. It's always blinking up here too,
Jenny?
by the way.
So, can I do
can
number
please mute
3?
yourself out? Somebody's on here. Okay. So guys, if you're out there watching on Facebook, I'm going to open up for question and answer, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the Facebook stream here in just a second. I'm going to open it up for Q&A. If you're out watching on Facebook and you have questions, and by the way, after the Q&A, if you need help getting walked through how to sign up or how to register, or I shouldn't say register, there's no register, there's no sign up, how to connect your wallet, how to stake. If you need help how to stake, I will help people walk through. Okay, we do an open forum Zoom, and we make sure that everybody's taken care of if they're needing help after we do our Q&A. So if you're out there watching on Facebook, here's what you're going to do. The video that you're watching right now, go to the comments, and there is a link to this Zoom in those comments. And if you're watching this on maybe another stream, somebody's sharing out the stream, go to the original video that this is being shared from, and in those comments, there is a link to get on this Zoom. You'll be able to get your questions answered. If you need help with staking, you'll be able to get walked through and get help here as well. But at this time, Facebook, everybody on the Zoom, you guys stick around. We're going to have a Q&A. At this time, Facebook, I'm going to tell you guys, go enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm so humbled, so honored that you got to come hear about NRGY today. And we will talk to you next week, Facebook. Bye now, Facebook. Hold on, guys. Everybody on the webinar, stick around. All right.
Make sure you do it in the Chrome browser. This only runs on Chrome. So it doesn't matter whether you're using a Mac or a PC. You must do it on a laptop or a desktop computer. It won't work on your phone. So go to a desktop computer and go to metamask.io and download it here, and it will download in seconds. And what it ends up doing is giving you you'll see this little fox icon up here. So you'll have one of those. So click on that once you've downloaded it, and you will see that you will get a wallet, an Ether wallet. And what you want to do is get some Ether in that wallet. So however much you want to put into this, buy that much Ether. And you can either buy it or you can send it to your wallet address. So you just click on buy. If you want to buy it with a debit or credit card, click on continue to wire, and it'll open up here. And you just put in how much you want to buy. So if you wanted to buy $1,000 worth of Ether, it will show you the total that you'll need to pay, and you just go through that next, and you pay with a debit card, and it'll automatically send that Ether to your MetaMask wallet. Now, you can also, of course, just send Ether you might have on an exchange somewhere or on a hard wallet. You click on buy again, and you can just click on view account, and it will show you your Ether address there. So you just send your Ether to that address. And once your Ether is sitting in your MetaMask wallet, then you click the link in the description below, and that will take you back to the community builder page. And what you want to do is connect your wallet. And remember, your MetaMask is already here in your browser, so make sure you are doing this on the Chrome browser. You click on connect wallet like this, and it will automatically connect to your wallet, and it will show you your balance, however much you've got. I've just put just under 1.5 Ether in here, but you see it's connected like that. Okay. Now, to stake, what you need to do is just go to your Ethereum here, click on that, and enter the amount that you want to stake. So I'm going to put all of mine in. Actually, I'm going to put 1 point, because you need to allow for the fees. So let me try 1.2 and see what that says. Now, the thing with the fees, as you know, with Ethereum, it costs you what's called the gas fee, which is the transaction fee. And that's normally, if you're just sending Ethereum, it's normally around, $5, $10, maybe $15. But on smart contracts, it's really expensive. So you're looking at around $200 at the moment When I checked this earlier, it was $390 just in the gas fee. So I'm going to try it again now and see what it is. About $200, I think, is about an average. If you want to mess about and try it at different times, you might get it for $100 or maybe 60, 70. So it might be worth just checking at different times of the day. But I'm just going to see what it comes up with now. Yeah, look, $224, which it's about $200 is about right. So that'll be 1.3 in total. I'm going to reject that because I want to put more in. I want to, so if I do 1.4 and see what that comes up with. Yeah, that's not, I won't have enough for that. So I'll reject that one. So do 1.35, say. Yeah, I've got enough to do that. It's $238 fee. So I'm just going to go for that one. Click on confirm. And it says transaction in progress. So I'm just going to pause the video because that can take, because the Ethereum network is really congested at the moment, hence the massively high fees that people are paying. I'm just going to pause that because that could take about an hour. I just got a notification on my desktop that transaction has confirmed. And as you can see, my Ether balance has now dropped accordingly. So if I scroll down, you can now see where I am. I've now got 3.664877 energy tokens. I think they're about, actually it tells you how much they are at the top. $500 each. So I've now got 3.66 tokens staked. And as you can see, it says your expected rewards this week are about 0.67. This changes roughly throughout the week, but that's a rough estimate. And at $500, what's that? That'll be about $350-ish. That's not bad for a week, just sitting there doing nothing. Now, why I really like this, and you'll see it when you watch the video. So, but why I really like this is because it's completely decentralized. And what that means is there is no company behind it. You're not sending your money to any company and hoping that they don't run off with it. So there's no such thing as an exit scam with this kind of thing. I've got full control of this wallet. No one can touch this apart from me. So if I want to get that money back, all I need to do is come back up to here and enter the amount that I want to unstake. And then that goes back straight into my MetaMask wallet. It's that easy. No one else has control of this. So no one can run off with my money.